This is why my affirmations weren't working. And I found a shortcut that I'm going to show you that will help you only have to say an affirmation once. This is Rich Life Realization Podcast, where we explore how to find your richest life. And I was an affirmation junkie. I have notebooks of the stuff, and I would write things like, I love myself. I am enough. I am worthy of the richest life possible, over and over and over again for years. And I was proud of it. I thought I was doing such an amazing job. And now I look at it kind of like it was a little delusional because I have what I was trying to create with all of this affirmations. And I learned that I was doing it in the wrong way. And we'll learn more. We'll talk more about that today. Because when you are doing your affirmations, you typically do them daily. It's an act. It's something that you're doing. And you're using your personal mind in order to say these positive things about yourself so that maybe I'll just start to believe them if I say them enough. And I got to tell you, I said them thousands of times. I said them out loud. I meditated on them. I wrote them down in notebooks. I did all the things that you're supposed to do that are supposed to work. And yet I was doing them from a place where they weren't benefiting me. It was a surface level place. And I like to think about it like this, that we have our mental clarity in the center. And that as we go further and further away from our mental clarity, it starts to feel worse and worse and worse. We start to get into this delusioned thinking where we're using our personal minds, our intellect more and more and more. And that's what I was doing. I was operating out of my personal mind to try and do these affirmations. And I was kind of spinning my wheels, so to speak. So I like to think of this as do you remember those little coin drops? They have these coin drops in the mall. They used to have them. I don't know if they still have them somewhere, where you would drop a coin in and it would circle around and then it would keep going, it would circle, and then it would drop through in the middle. And you didn't get anything. You didn't get like a prize or anything. But you would spend a quarter of money just in order to experience it going around in a circle. I see realization that way, that we're kind of going around in a circle. But the thing is, we can spin ourselves and we can spin ourselves further away from this connection, from our essential self, from our knowing. And you can feel it. You can feel when you're spinning yourself up. And when you spin yourself up, that force takes you away from the center. You're never going to be able to drop through. And people live their entire lives that way. They never connect with their essential self, their universal self, their infinite self. They just keep spinning their mind. They're using the power of their personal thought to spin away from it. And I promised you a shortcut. So I'm going to show you the same thing. I've drawn a circle and a bigger circle and an arrow kind of going away from it. I'm going to show you this from the side view because the side view shows the depth of it. It's kind of a three-dimensional view of what it really looks like. And it looks like this. It's an hourglass figure. So it looks like that. And when we are in our personal minds and we're in our confusion, we're operating out here on the edges. And guess what? This goes on infinitely. So you can operate infinitely into your personal mind, get lost further and further into the confusion, and it hurts. It doesn't feel good. Your emotions are telling you that you are further and further away from the clarity of thought, from that essential self. That's all they're telling you. They're not telling you about the circumstances you're in. They're only telling you that. Your emotions can guide you back towards this essential self. And the cool part is that the essential self goes down infinitely as well. That's cool. And what I was doing is I was saying 1,000 times, I am enough, I love myself, but I was saying it from up here, from that personal mind. And you can say it as many times as you want. You can write it as many times as you want. But if it's coming from up here, it doesn't matter. It's going to bounce off the surface of you. And in fact, it can just kind of keep spinning you. But if you hear it or say it once, and it comes from this essential self, that is the shortcut. That is the realization. If it comes from the depth of you. And the cool thing is that it can come at any time. It can come, and it's kind of like it pops through the surface. And it's available to you. This knowing from your infinite self is available at any time. All you have to do is get out of the way. All you really have to do is stop spinning yourself this way, and you'll drop right through. Or if you're lucky, or if it does seem like it has to do with luck when you have a realization, or if you're looking towards it, if you think it's possible, if you have a slight opening, it can pop through even in your lostness, even in the pain of every single day. It can shortcut right through. That is the power of realization. And once you have the realization, well, it's so much easier. You don't have to do anything to create it. You don't have to keep that on repeat all the time. I don't have to write a single one of these more. And I haven't since I've had that realization. And so, if you are spinning yourselves out, it's okay. It's kind of part of being human. But know that your feelings are showing you when you're getting further and further out into this personal mind, and you're getting further and further away from that universal mind, that infinite mind. And your feelings will help guide you back. And know that you have that knowing. Trust and know that it's there. Because it is under the surface. When you stop spinning like that quarter that goes around and around, gravity just helps it drop through. You don't have to do anything. if you can have a realization from that, then that's great. That's awesome. If you want to keep doing your affirmations and your daily positive statements, that's fine. It's better than saying, I suck. I don't like myself. Definitely better. But know that if it is not coming from the depth of who you are, it's not going to do much. And that's okay. Know that this is there. Connect with me if you'd love to hear more about this. You can email me richliferealization@gmail.com. And may you find that you only have to say one affirmation